Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Saturday, January 20th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 3 of 2024, and in my neck of the woods, oh yay, it is currently 9 degrees with a high of 15 and a low of 4. But the good news is it isn't in the negative numbers. Welcome to my broadcast. I'm here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles and laughs, pretty pictures, teaching about coloring, of course, conversation. We have a good time. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That's always fun.
I'm sorry.
And welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who will see this broadcast when I download it to my Facebook group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, which I suggest you join because that's where you will get some of the images that I color during my broadcast. All right. So this first piece that we're doing is from my book, Valentine Gnomes Jubilee. I always give a freebie away for a duet, and I always suggest that you color it with me, that you paste me with it. That way you can learn while you're doing. So I'm almost done with this. I'm going to be going to a new piece tonight. Now we started this one up, little story here. My little gnome ran away on me, and I couldn't find him for one of my broadcasts. So I started up another image, which is this one. And my gnome got jealous and came back. So he came back, and now I've been able to finish him. Hi, Dorothy. So I just have a little bit more to do, a little bit of blending on the beard, and then the footies, and then we're done. And then the second image that I'm doing, or coloring that I'm doing, is from Johanna Bosford, Worlds of Wonder. And I'm working on the little bottled village being pulled by the goldfish. Let's see if I can get this lined up so you can see both of them. So this is coming along beautifully. And thank you for the feedback on this. Been having a lot of fun with it. All right. So let's get going on our first image here. And if anybody has any questions or comments, please speak up. Just say hi. Also, that's fun. Then you don't have to say anything the rest of the broadcast if you don't want to. Now, I always get a paper towel to put my hand on. And of course, I'm going to get my little scratch pad for my colors. Okay. And shout out to Mamie. Hi, Mamie. Mamie Hickstead. Mamie tells me that she watches every night. But for some reason, YouTube won't let her comment. So she just watches. But as I mentioned the other night, that lets us talk about her and she can't do anything about it. Oh, we can talk smack about Mamie. Okay, so I'm getting my light, medium, and dark gray. Although she can text me though. All right, so I'm pulling a light, medium, and a dark gray. Let's see, we need to get a slightly different medium. All right, there's our light. Let's see. Medium and dark. Now, if you're new to grayscale, this is the basics of what you want to do is get a light, medium, and dark of the colors that you're working with. And the idea with grayscale is to match the shades on the paper. So for example, this flower here that we did, we have light, medium, and dark colors. Same thing with our butterfly, light, medium, dark. Same thing with the cheeks, the light, medium, and dark. So that's how that works. Now obviously there's more to it, but that's just the basics. All right. So I'm working on the beard. And right now I'm going to be working on my blending. So I got my light, medium, and dark here in. And now what you want to do is you want to blend everything together so that it looks natural. Now the trick to adult coloring is to not pile drive your pencil into the paper. Some of you have told me that you have quite the heavy hand. That's not the way to do this. Oh, Dorothy, you're just watching, concentrating on Worlds of Wonder, so far behind. Okay. Don't stress, Dorothy, you're fine. All right, now, where this hair overlaps, I'm going to come in with a darker shade. Boom, isn't that cool? And we want to make sure that everything is blended together beautifully. And a proper blend is where one color seamlessly disappears into the other. And the number one skill that you need to have when you're doing adult coloring is to learn your blending. All right, let's get a little darker here. Now, the way that I always explain that, excuse me, hi, Belle. The way that I always explain blending is this. I would rather have you have great blending skills. Let me get this back here. I went over a little bit. I would rather have you have great blending skill and lousy coloring selection than top-notch color selection and lousy blending. That's how important blending is. Okay, so I'm working between my light, medium, and dark grays. And I'm smoothing out. Our beard. The three amigos are here. La da 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 da. Hello, Linda. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Wally. Michelle is Linda's daughter, and Wally is Linda's hubby. Hey, Wally. All right, so let's soften this up where I have my darker color. Finger blend. Now it's perfectly okay to finger blend your piece as long as your hands are clean. Oh, Belle, you're making Valentine's cards and addressing them. Yeah, Linda did quite a few of Christmas cards. Okay. All right, check out how I'm blending this. I seem more relaxed tonight. Oh, I was relaxed last night, but thank you. I felt really good last night, and I feel good today. Okay. Now, notice how I'm getting rid of all these harsh lines, aka streaks. And we want this to look nice and soft. Okay. Now, I want you to notice here on the bottom part of this beard, look how streaky this looks. This is my dark color, my medium, and then my light up here. So, see, you shouldn't have this. we've got to get rid of those streaks. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my dark color and I'm blurring the sides of the lines. See how I'm doing that? I'm blending those out. And that's what blending out means. The weather is cold. It's 8 degrees with a high of 15 and a low of 4.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Now notice how this is looking softer and softer. And streaks tend to happen with your darker colors. So when you're putting in your darker colors, come in with them lightly. Otherwise, you're going to be fighting them as you're going along. All right, so I'm underneath the hands here. And if anybody has any questions, please, please, please speak up. Oh, much better. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my medium. Now, there's such a thing as overblending, so at some point in time, when you get this to be soft looking the way that you want it, then you can go ahead and stop your blending. Whoop. Slid out of view. How many of you have blended with your fingers before? Now, another way to blend is with your blending stump. I've got a whole bunch of different sizes here. And with blending stumps, you need your little sand pad here to clean off the tips. There are a number of ways you can blend. Dorothy, you've blended with finger? Yeah, it's perfectly acceptable, and it's kind of funny, people get a little surprised at the suggestion. Okay. Now, as I started to say, don't overblend, because at some point in time, all your colors are just going to mush together. Linda, you finger blend? Good. All right. I just want to soften these lines just a little more. And trust me, you'll get the hang of it. Guys, I want you to remember that coloring is a skill. And skills are easily learned. Okay. Notice how I made those streaks disappear? And that's through blending. Let's lighten up this one a little on this side. Now, my favorite part of coloring is tweaking. And that's where I've got basically everything done. And then I like to go back, and that's where I'll, you know, blend a little more or highlight a little more. Michelle, how are you doing tonight? Now, guys, I don't want you to be afraid of your pencils. And by that I mean experiment with them. Work on going a little darker in some places. Play with it. Some of you guys get so freaked out and you're afraid that you're going to make a mistake on your paper. And real good, ILene. Okay, good. Glad to hear it, Michelle. I've seen people say, you know, I'm afraid to color a page because I might ruin it. Well, the only way that you're going to learn is through trying. Okay. So I'm using my medium gray and I'm softening these lines. I put my color on, I finger blend it. And now I'm to the far left. I'm coming in with my darkest pencil to soften up these lines. How pretty is that? Anybody have any question about doing beard hair? I almost said beard fur. Now, the other thing I want you to realize about grayscale is once you get your basic colors in, based on your light, medium, dark, and so forth, this is where you can come in and start to tweak and customize. In other words, I'm running this beard up a little further, this darker color, than what was called for on the grayscale. And that's where I have the most fun. This is why I love grayscale. You can play with it. And then I'm going to come through and use my handy dandy stick eraser and get this white back where it was before. So this white that is on here is actually the original paper color. Check it out. All right. I love my stick erasers. These are refillable. See? And I've got these in different sizes. I've got my little teeny tiny micro, which is the Tombow. And then this is my larger one. Now, don't forget that when you're coloring, you use your eraser like a pencil and can do your different shades, shading and shadowing with it. Now, don't get stupid with it. You want to make sure that you are within the realm of what you're trying to do here as far as your coloring. So see, I'm treating this eraser as though it were a pencil. And it's a really neat way to add highlighting to your coloring. Do you have to color the same colors as I do? Belle, I recommend it on the duet because not only am I showing the technique. All right, now see how I'm erasing out this white? Not only am I showing the technique, but I'm also helping people with color. But if you choose not to do that, that's fine. All right, see how I'm erasing this out? I mean, obviously, it's not like I can reach through the the screen and slap the pencil out of your hand. Oh my. All right. So check out the white now that I'm putting in here. The idea of the duet is to have you successfully create the image that I'm showing. And those are the steps that I show. All right, let me pull out. The only thing that we have left are the footies. I've got a couple spots on my paper that I need to get rid of. That's why I'm putting this gray on here. Okay, let's get these shoes done. And then we're done with this whole piece. Oh, and by the way, I was talking about the white on here. This white around this flower, which looks absolutely terrific, is just the white of the paper. I just didn't color it in. Let me get this opened up. And look how cool that looks. Okay, let's get our shoes done. And I'm going to work in golds. So I'm going to come in with my light gold here around the rim of my shoe. And let's put some here. And a little bit on our line right here. Same on the other side. Look how cool that looks already. And then we're going to get a light, medium, and dark brown. So following the convention of the grayscale, here's my light brown. Now, don't forget when you lift your pencil, you do that little micro turn with it, and that keeps your point. And let me go ahead and pop over to the other shoe since we're going to do these both the same way. Belle, the reason that I recommend that people follow my colors is because then when we're done, they can compare their piece against mine. Okay, so there's my light brown. Then I'm going to pull up a medium brown. I'm on the left shoe. Don't forget to back blend your pencil. What does that mean? You want to take your second color and go over the edge of your first color to the point that that line disappears. Isn't that cool? Always get rid of that dividing line. The definition of a successful blend is where one color seamlessly disappears into the next. So there's my medium. Now, if you need to go back with your previous color, in this case, I'm coming back with my light to work on that transition. That is perfectly okay. See how I'm smoothing that out? Okay, then I'm going to pop over to my other shoe. Here's my medium color. Notice that I'm coloring in little circles here. Linda, you did your shoes gray and black. There you go. And then I'm going to go back with my lighter color and blend that in. Well, hello, Thomas. Welcome to my group. Check out how smooth that looks. What's my favorite color? I would say purple. All right, now I'm going to come in with a very dark brown. Oh, Nadia. Well, hello, Nadia. Nadia, if you become a regular, you may have to remind me once in a while. I'll try to remember. All right, so I'm coming in with a very dark brown. Because remember, on grayscale, we're doing our light, medium, and dark. Nadia, do you adult color, or are you here for the pretty pictures? Now we have a very dark area here underneath the hand. So I'm just going to continue with the brown. And then I'm going to go back with my medium color because we need to take care of that transition. And then I'm going to go to my shoe on the left, his right, and we'll go ahead and get that dark color in. Now, I want you to notice how I'm taking this dark color and coming up with it a little bit underneath that rim. That's going to give us a little bit of dimension. And I also want you to remember that just because you have dark grayscale doesn't mean that you shouldn't be coloring over it. Trust me, the color changes. So when you have a black area, you color it. Okay, now we have a little bit of cloth here where he's sitting down. I'm going to take a very dark blue Oh, I'm right. Your right name is Michaela? So it's not Nadia, it's Michaela? Okay, very dark blue. So is it Nadia or Michaela? And then I'm actually going to take a lighter gray. It's actually a medium gray. And use that on my lighter stripes. How cute is that? Now, when you're doing your light, medium, and dark colors, my dark color was the blue, and my medium color is the gray. So that is another aspect of grayscale coloring. Okay, one last little touch. Taking a very light pink, and we're going to finish tinting our pattern on the jacket. So I'm going to put pink on this one, and then I'm going to change it up a little bit. And I'm going to put a little bit of yellow on here. And I'm going to add a little bit of pink on that. Otherwise, that yellow is going to stick out like a sore thumb. And I'm going to take a little bit of darker pink and shade this up just a little. We want to add that secondary color. And then we'll come back with our pink. And catch these last little spots. Hi, Kathy. Okay, let me slide over, catch these. And I'm going to add a little bit of my darker pink. Then I'm going to come back with a little yellow right here. Add a little bit of pink to it. Pink up these two spots. And that little curved line. Ladies and gentlemen, I am calling this one done. Let me pull out. There you go. The only other little touch I'll add to it is just a shade a little bit with my darker gray. Any questions or comments? Hello, Taylor. I'm very happy with it. You know, I would tell you if I weren't. All right. Yes, and Taylor, that was deliberate with the cheeks. It's very easy to get that effect. Okay, so I got my little gummy eraser here. And I'm going to go through and just clean up my outer edges here. Because of course, as we're sliding our paper towel across the paper, it's going to tint that a little bit. So I want to clean that up. And of course I use my smaller Kathy, yes, this page is from Valentine's Gnomes Jubilee. I'm just using my smaller eraser now to get in between here. So I'm just doing my little nooks and crannies right here. And then I'll come back with my gummy eraser and do my large, the outside here. And then what I'll do off camera, oh, and again, I said I didn't want to add a background. I don't want to mess with the colors. So off camera, I will spray this with my workable fixative. Number 1306. Okay. All right. Now we'll get to, this is our second gnome. I gave away 3 images. So there's my second image. And this will be the third if you guys want me to do it. And again, I gave all 3 are available in the Facebook group, my Facebook group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. So go grab them and have fun. All right. So the last time I was doing this, we were working on the outfit, the bluish turquoise, and adding the pink trim to it, which I think looks ridiculously adorable. Let me grab a little bit of water. I get so caught up in what I'm doing, I forget to drink my water. Belle, the reason that I suggest people follow my colors is because I tend to color my pieces a little differently. And I introduce color palettes. All right, let me get my light, medium, and dark out. Let's see. So guys, how is the world treating you today? Win, lose, or draw? Linda, draw? Okay. Guess who has frozen pipes again? Oh. Oh well, this too will pass. It'll be in the 60s next week. Dorothy, draw? Dorothy, how's Randy doing? Okay, I'm going to color or follow the blue scheme all the way down. He's doing great? Good. Did he enjoy the trip as well that you guys just got back from? Now, I'm going to go through and I'm going to follow the blue on the boots. So I'm going to start with my darkest color. And I will remind you that on grayscale, he did enjoy it. Good. It doesn't matter whether you start with your dark first or your medium first or your light. Let me get just a little bit closer. So I'm starting with my dark. And for blending purposes, it is critical that you don't pound your pencil into the paper. Remember, we've got to blend this. So we'll go through and we'll just hit these dark areas. Then I'm going to come in with my medium. I'm going to poke in a little dark here for that heel. And remember, we're blending our colors together, right? You don't want any abrupt changes. Okay, medium color. Notice that I'm back blending over my dark. Hold on, let me move my camera just a little bit. There we go. Didn't mean to do that right there. My bad. And then we'll come in with our light. Back to my medium here for a second. And then I'm going to use my light around the rim of this boot, around the sole. Now I want that tip of that toe to show up a little more. So I'm going to come in with some white. And then I will reblend that with my medium. And the other area that I want to emphasize with my white is on the sole of the shoe. Okay, so your boot should look something like this. And then I'm coming back with my light and I'm blending my colors. Domino, what are you doing? Come on. Come on. Okay. Now, I'm going to grab a medium brown. And then a goldish light brown. Sorry for bumping the camera. And I'm back blending into my medium to make that color transition seamless. All right. Other boot. Oh, got a little bit here that I missed. Other boot. Our dark brown. Since I've got this in hand, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And then our lighter brown, which is the gold. And notice how I'm blending that edge of that darker brown. And we've got a nice leather look there. Okay. Now let's pop in with our light, medium, and dark turquoise. And again, if anybody has any questions, please speak up. Remember, don't pound in your colors. All right. Always color with the idea that you're going to have to blend them. A number of you have told me that you have to break that habit of coming in really dark with your pencils. All right, so there's my dark. Now come in with our medium. Again, notice that I'm coloring in little circles. Take your time. Notice how I'm back blending over my dark colors. I'm going to pop in with my light for a second here. back to my medium. And you can really see the definition on that. And then I'm going to pop in with my white just to amp up that color a little bit, that lightness. Questions, comments? Does this make sense to you? Finger blend. Let me pull out. How cute is that? Anybody having any problems following? I think we're in really good shape with this. Okay. Time to change projects, so tomorrow night I'll be working on this. The first part of the broadcast. Ridiculously cute, isn't it? Okay. Worlds of Wonder. Johanna Bosford. Our fish pulling the jar. Now, there's a method here to my madness. I've been working on this gold. And for anybody that doesn't know how to do gold, this will be a good lesson for you. Basically, you are using browns and yellows. I'm just going over with my yellow just to brighten this up just a little bit. All right. So we start with our dark brown. Our lighter brown. And our yellow. Okay. Now when we get into our smaller areas here, it gets a little dicey, but we can still do it. I'm just going to come in with my lighter brown. And then pop in with my yellow. Now, the collective look on this will be absolutely beautiful. Let's see something here. darker brown, our lighter brown, and our yellow. Now, depending on the shades of brown that you choose, that will determine how intense your gold looks. Darker brown, our lighter brown, and then our yellow. And notice that I'm back blending that yellow over the browns. All right, now we're getting into a tight area here. Guys, what are you coloring on while I'm doing this? Darker brown. Lighter brown. And then our yellow. And if you need to redefine your brown a little bit, go ahead and do that. In other words, you're going to toggle back and forth with your pencils in order to get the look that you want. All right. Oh, let's get into some bigger areas. Darker brown. Now, sometimes what I do is I go ahead and, Linda, you're doing a granny freebie. What is that? Sometimes I'll go ahead and do my edges on multiple, in this case, scales. If it makes it a little easier for you to do that, have at it. Now you'll really start to see how cool this is gonna. Oh, Sunrisa, hello. I didn't know you were here. Good to see you. Did you just come in earlier and I didn't see you? So, Linda, your picture's from a granny book? Kathy, you're working on this course? Now, me doing this with this one color ahead of time is going to show you how cool this is going to look. You've been in and out, Sunrisa? Okay, gotcha. Did you see the gnome? We've got the butterfly gnome, and then we have the gnome color Sunrisa couple sitting on the bench. Okay, let me keep going with this since I started it. Oh, it's a freebie from Free Coloring Printables. Got ya. Okay. Now, I normally don't do this. There's nothing wrong with coloring a head like this. But I wanted you guys to see how this is going to turn out once we have all the gold on the scales. All right, let me pull out. Looks a little wonky. But remember, all colorings start out that way. All right, so that's my dark. Let me zoom in. Then we come in with our medium. And then our yellow and back blend it. And notice how I'm softening up that brown where it comes in contact with the yellow. And if anybody has any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to speak up. That's why I'm live. Or just say hello. Let me put my medium here. The one thing that one of the things that I really enjoy about coloring is watching the build-up to having a coloring area colored in. And by that I mean you can see how these scales are coming together beautifully. All right, let's get our yellow in. Again, notice how I'm back blending over the brown. And I'm letting that brown pull over on top of the yellow. What do I always tell you about blending? You want your piece to look soft and blended. Now, you may wonder why I'm doing these gold scales when I did the orange fish. There is a method to my madness. Now, remember, when we're doing this with the lighter brown, we're shaping how that yellow is going to look on here. So I could have done it all with very narrow lines, made the yellow very narrow, or you can make it a little thicker. It all depends how you want your piece to look. Let me pull out just a little bit. All right, and now I'm going to come in with my yellow. And check out how our pattern is starting to look now. Linda, you had to reboot? Okay. Hey, Mamie, you're going to need to let me know if deleting the app and putting it back on your device has worked for you. If you've done that, obviously it didn't because you're not able to comment. Mamie, I've got a suggestion for you. Try to comment on the broadcast, and then when you get your error message, write it down and then type it into Google and see if it offers suggestions on how to fix that. I've done that before when I've had problems like that. Is I've just typed whatever message I got into Google, and it's explained why it happens, and I've been able to fix the issue. All right, let me pull out. Isn't that pretty? Let me grab some water here. Okay. Now I'm going to take a brighter yellow and I'm going to emphasize my shine. If you have Color Soft pencil, that would be a good brand to use. Also Prismacolor. Oh, let me check something here. let's see. I happen to be using an Artex pencil. And it's just giving me that little extra kick that I want. But the one thing you need to be careful of, we've put lots of layers of color on this. Is you might start to get wax buildup. And your wax, pencil wax will start to crumble. And that means the paper just can't take that any more pencil. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this. I think that's looking good here. And then I'm going to take a black pen. I just want to do this for a little bit of contrast. And I'm going to color in these three little doohickeys right here. And the reason this will look good is because we have a black eye. And that picks it up. Okay. A little bit of my eraser pencil just to clean up the white area here. Even though I use the paper towel, it's still, you know, you get smudging. And I'm going to use my pen to emphasize the eye. Now, the reason that I do that, let's see if I can go around the outside here. The reason that I do that is because the printing on the book may be a little bit lighter than what you want. Hi, Brittany. Now, if you so choose, you can go ahead and make that entire eye black with the white center. I like that a little bit better. All right. And then I'm going to come in with a light, medium, and dark orange. And the reason that I'm not doing the face, the gold, is because it's going to end up giving us a steampunk look, and I don't want that. Now, be careful around your black pen. You don't want to smear that black into your yellow. Just make sure that it's thoroughly dry. And then I'm going to come in with a darker orange. Oh, we need to do better here. Check it out. Isn't that pretty? It's, Kathy, it's a very light orange. actually. Let me double check the pencil. It's an Artex. Oh, it says canary yellow. Kathy, it says canary yellow. To me, it looked a little orangey. That's why I used it. And now I'm going to come in with a slightly darker orange. And we're just going to highlight this just a little bit and tint that orange in. So I'll do that around the eye and then around the outside here of the nose. And notice that I'm not covering up the yellow all the way. And then I'm going back with my canary yellow and making sure that my orange is blended. All right. Let me pull out so you can see this. Okay, we're in good shape. Let me make a little correction here on my ring. All right. Now, I took the liberty of finishing these flowers here across the bottom. I showed you how to do them on the left, so I just finished the coloring scheme on the right. So don't panic that I'm ahead of you on that. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you why I made the fish scales the gold that I did. And the reason is that I'm going to color my border gold. And that's going to pick up the scales beautifully. So let's go ahead and start that. And I'm using a metallic gold to do that. It won't take long at all. Now, again, as you're coloring, be sure that when you do your lift to move, on the page that you turn your pencil to keep that point as long as you can. And my point just broke. Let me hand sharpen this. Oh man, this is continuing to break. Okay, let's see if we can get this to last all the way through. Points breaking again. Have you ever had a pencil break in one direction and so you turn the pencil a little bit and you're still able to use it? That's what I'm doing with my gold. Uh, Kathy, you've had that happen? And of course, it happens with something that's critical that you have that particular pencil. That's a given. So people ask me why I have several brands of pencil. There it goes again. And the answer is because of breakage. So if I'm coloring a project like I am tonight, and my pencil completely goes out on me, I can go to a different brand. Oh, there it goes again. But we will prevail. I especially love that it happens when I'm on camera. But hey, you make it work and you move on. All right, let me erase my little boo-boo here. And this gold is looking really cool with this. I hope that you'll be able to see the effect. Okay, top of my page. This is going to look really cool. Yeah, I'm happy with Artex. I've got them. I would really, with all the problems that everybody's having with Prismacolor, I would really love to see a pencil company come out with a decent competitor. I'm so tired of Prismacolor and problems with quality and but yet nobody seems to have been able to come out with a comparable pencil. Don't know why. Guys, this is how much pencil I have left of my gold. Pray for me that I'll be able to finish this border. Have you tried Blick's color pencils? I really like them. Kathy, no, I haven't. All right. This gold is looking absolutely phenomenal. Sunrisa, since your joints are fused, pencil breakage is hard for me because I'm a hard holder. All right. I may actually make it. We'll see. Yeah, Brittany, those new glasses by Apple should be really interesting. Sunrisa, can you add anything around? You know, there are little rubber things that you can put on pencils. They go right onto the pencil. They're pencil grips. That's what I want to say. Have you tried something like that? Okay, wish me luck. Stanford Charisma Color Core Pencils. Yeah, my question would be, are they nice and soft like Prismas? Oh, you have a ton of pencils, so I try to pull colors of multiple kinds. Sunrisa, that's a good idea. I have like 11 or 12 brands. Oh boy, you should see how this gold is looking now with our fish. You'll see that when I pull out. This is looking really cool. Just cheer me on in the hopes that my gold will last for the rest of this border. I am really down to the nubby here. Okay. I'm on the right hand side. And again, I'm able to turn my pencil because I have my breakage has stopped. Hang with me, guys. Okay, Linda. Tell your driver he's early. See you tomorrow, Linda. Kathy's pulling for me. Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to make it. All right, bottom two lines. And then I'll pull out and show you how this gold looks. I think I'm going to make it. I'm so excited. I'm gonna make it. I haven't sung lately, have I? You guys know that I like to break out with a song every once in a while. Mamie, what do you think of this? I'm gonna make it. I am. So, Brittany, when are you going to start coloring with us? Okay, just a few more inches. Okay, drum roll. Almost to the end. Who are you asking about birthday, Belle? Okay, last 2 inches. Oh, me. My birthday is March 16th. All right, hold on. Let me get to the gap here. Oh, this is looking cool. And we did it. This is how much pencil I've got left. All right. I love it. Let me pull out so you can see how this gold looks with the fish. Check it out. Hopefully you can see that clearly. I can see clearly now. So what do you think? That was my goal all along. All right, we did it. Okay. I think I'm at a good stopping point. Now, by the way, 4 of my books are coming in, my coloring books. I'm not going to flip through all 4 of them at one time. But over the next 4 days, I will be flipping through the books. I'm just cleaning this up a little bit. So everybody see the method to my madness of adding the gold on the fish and then adding the gold border. Now, given that I'm playing off the gold with my border and my fish, I'm going to use my metallic gold, that little stubby that I have left, and color up the droplets. Oh, my point broke. All right, let's see if I can complete this. Check it out. Now, this is the reason why I suggest that when you can, that you color with me. Now, my point's getting a little thick, but I can't turn my pencil because it broke. So I'm just going to have to clean up around that. You know how I like to turn my pencil to keep the point sharp? But right now I'm like limping on my last lead color here. I'll clean up around the edges. Hang with me. I wish I could turn my pencil to keep the sharper, but if I do, the lead's gonna fall out. Oh, 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 don't break. Oh, it broke. Oh man, let me see. It died, but here, look. I found a comparable pencil. Boy, talk about using a pencil to the very end. Oh, Kathy, that's okay, really. Not the end of the world, kiddo. All right, hang with me while I do the rest of these droplets, the splashes. And you're going to see how cool this looks. All right. This is a Brutfunner gold. I don't know what the other metallic gold was because it was so short. You couldn't see the name on it anymore. But I used it to the bitter end. All right, 3 more splashes and we're good to go. Hang with me. Oh, super. All right, let me pull out. What do you think? Doesn't that look cool? So we've got the gold, border. We have the gold scales on the fish, and then we have the gold splashes. Now notice that I did not color the little circles here because we're going to do those in blues. All right, I think I'm done for the evening. Thanks for sticking with me here while I ran over time a little bit. I think we're in good shape. Okay, guys, calling it an evening. This is ILene Vick for Teaching About Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous coloring. We got quite a bit done tonight. I finished our gnome. I think he turned out beautifully. I started up on our second gnome couple. This is the couple. And we got the fish done, our splashes, and the border in gold. So now you can see again why I went with the gold on the scales. All right. Have a great rest of the evening. Guys, love on each other. That's what we're known for. And I'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. And we'll see what else we can get into. Guys, do me a huge favor, please. Like this broadcast. It's the one thing that I just ask you to do or ask of you. And I would appreciate it. Okay, guys, take care. Keep warm. Stay safe. Till tomorrow night, then. Bye.